Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Kayode. In this channel, I give information that empowers you to grow your business, grow your money, grow your income, and I also give information on self-advancement and all-round prosperity. Today, I want to speak to you on 7 things that you must never Google. 7 things you must never search for on Google. But before I speak about those 7 things, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go down the screen, you will see the subscribe button. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. As soon as you do so, every time we send videos, we produce videos, you are going to be the first to receive those videos. And we are going to be producing these videos every day. So I want to speak to you about 7 things you must never Google. Google is the biggest search engine in the world, and it is very, very useful. It is useful for businesses, it is useful for individuals, it is useful for so many things. If you don't know some things and you want to find out, with your smartphone, you can get the information by searching the item on Google. So it has solved a lot of problems, and it is still solving problems. It is still solving problems. But then there are a lot of things that you must never ask Google. Otherwise, you put yourself in problem. It may lead to your debt. It may lead to your bankruptcy. It may lead to so many things that you will never plan for. So I'm going to look at those things today. The first thing you must never Google is on business or financial matters. The fraudsters all over the countries of the world usually post fake business listings and fake customer online service, or online number, or telephone numbers, email numbers of companies, of banks that are fake. When you Google to search for those items or for such numbers or email addresses of such banks or such companies, you may end up in their hands. You may get your fingers burnt. This is because they prowl on unsuspecting customers. So you must be very, very careful not to use Google to search the website address of your bank, for example, or of any bank that you want to transact business with. You must be very careful not to use Google to search for customer service number of your bank or any other bank that you want to transact business with, because the fraudsters are everywhere on the prowl. They know that you will Google the customer service number of your bank. They know that you will Google the customer service number of other banks. And so they have done so many things on those websites so as to collect information and then dupe people of their precious money. So you must be very careful. So my advice to you is that when it comes to business or financial matters, you must never Google. So if peradventure you don't know the email address or the website address of your bank or the phone numbers of your bank or any bank you want to transact with, the first thing is to go to that bank, or you ask a confidant the addresses of the bank. But more importantly, I want to advise you that you must have the phone numbers and the email addresses of your customer officer or your account officer. It's very important. Number 2, the second thing you must never search on Google is concerning health or medical issues. One of the health issues or medical issues that you must never Google is drugs, medications. You must be very, very careful. Because all kinds of things are written there when you search. Those that are unprofessional are more than those that are professional on Google. So you must be very careful. For example, amphetamines is a stimulant drug that controls the central nervous system. And so it's not a drug that anybody can just take. It is a highly prescriptive drug. It is not available to anyone. The doctor must prescribe it for you. So if you go online and you just begin to take drug because of what you have read, it may be very dangerous to your health. So you have to be very, very careful. Don't take advice of medication, particularly from websites that you know are not being manned by medical professionals. Be very careful. Now, when it comes to the issue of cancer, you must also be very careful for some diseases or symptoms. You must be very careful. When you Google cancer, for example, by the time you leave the website or by the time you leave your search, after you must have read, you may end up doing yourself a great harm. Because all the information you will get there will make you sorrowful. Virtually all the information you get there will make you sorrowful. So you must be very careful on ailments, on Googling ailments such as coronavirus, such as cancer, such as insomnia, even sleeplessness. Majority of the information on sleeplessness or insomnia are not true. And so when you have a problem of insomnia in the first place and you go to search some items, you go to search some issues, it will compound your worries. For example, you search some things that you are not supposed to search, you may end up not sleeping in the night, and this may aggravate your health. Number 3, you must be very careful in Googling religious issues. Particularly if you are not matured, if you are not matured in the faith. If you are a Christian, if you are not matured, you are a young convert, you must be very careful of the things you Google when it comes to the faith. Because there are all kinds of faith. There are all kinds of religion. There are all kinds of beliefs. And all of these beliefs, you find them online. If you are also a Muslim and you are just a young convert and you don't know your left from your right, you are not grounded spiritually, you may end up being converted. The 4th thing you must never Google, or be very careful of the information you receive from Google, is when it concerns grammar, English grammar. All kinds of grammar you get from different sources. We have native English, we have American English, we have all kinds of English. Particularly your children who are just being brought up, or those who are trying to do some exams, they must be very careful of the information they get by Googling an item or a word or the other. When it comes to grammar, there are a lot of errors in some sites when you Google. You see quite a number of sites opposing or contradicting each other when it comes to grammar, clause, verb, preposition, all kinds of things. So you must be very, very careful to be able to discern the good things from the bad. Number 5. The 5th thing you must never Google is criminal matters. For example, you must never Google how to make a bomb. The police will come after you. When you are caught for something, they will look at your internet search history. This is what police do all over the world. You must be very careful of the things you search from today. If you don't know, from today, the things you search on the internet, because those things may incriminate you. Those things may implicate you. So you be very, very careful. Such issues as terrorism, kidnapping, ISIS, and others, murder, you have to be very, very careful. Because once you search those things and it is established over a period of time that these are issues you are searching for, the police will look at this when they are trying to carry out investigation. And once they see your internet behavior that it is criminal, once they see your search history that it is criminal, it will be easy for them to establish that you are indeed guilty of the charges that you are being accused of. Under the Electronic Communication Privacy Act in some countries, police has the right to access your internet data, internet information, your search history, your internet behavior, and they could establish an act that is criminal or illegal and could be charged for it. So you must be very careful. They will also use your activities in social networks like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and others to probe you and establish the commission of a crime by you. So you have to be very careful of what you do online. Don't search anything that you know is very criminal. Don't search for how to make a bomb. Don't say you are joking. Don't search for how to kill or how to commit suicide. The sixth thing you must never ever Google is childbirth or child delivery. This is dangerous for young ladies who are about to be delivered of a baby. They have never had this experience before. It is normal. They've just married, and 9 months, they're about to have a baby, and they begin to inquire from other women. They begin to ask other women who have children. And those women do not always give them information that will encourage them during delivery. They paint a gory picture or a bad picture of delivery. And so, most of these women, they usually, when they want to give birth, they are always afraid. I remember very well now, one of our church members who was about to be delivered of a baby. And you know, when it's your first time to deliver a baby, you rush to the hospital early because you don't have any experience. You only depend on the knowledge and information that other women give to you. So by the time she got to the hospital and they called my wife, and I also spoke to her, she was weeping, she was shivering. When they said, oh, they'll carry out an operation, she was shivering. You could feel that from her voice. You could feel that from the way she was speaking to me. I had to say, take it easy. There isn't any big deal about it. So be very careful, particularly if a young woman, you have not been delivered of a baby yet. Be careful of the information you get, particularly when it involves surgery or cesarean operation. The seventh and the last one is financial advice. You must be very careful to Google financial issue, particularly as it regards financial advice. Such advice regarding investment in stocks, investment in or equities, investment in ETF, mutual bond, treasury bills, real estate, and so many others. You must be very careful. Most of the information that you search for, that you Google, they are outdated. And there's no way you can know, except you are very, very knowledgeable and you are up to date with information from other sources. There's no way you can know. And so when you Google and you get advice without cross-checking the advice or the information that you got, and you go ahead to make some decisions regarding investment, you may burn your fingers. It might lead you to poverty or bankruptcy. Finally, Google is good, but you must be very careful of the things you search on the internet. You must be very, very careful, so that you do not get your fingers burned. Be very careful of the information you put in. Be very suspicious of the information you get. Confirm the information you get before you take decisions, particularly as it concerns financial matters, business matters, and medical matters. If you want videos like this, more videos like this on a daily basis, go ahead right now to subscribe to this channel and put on the notification bell. When you do so, I'll be regularly sending you videos. You get latest videos from me on businesses, managing your businesses, managing your money, growing your money, and managing your life. Thank you very much for watching.